Hello again, Honky Tonks. I'm back indoors this evening because it's just too cold to do a video outside. The temperature has really dropped. It's like my ex-girlfriend is nearby. It's that chilly. So anyway, before I go on about the England flag row, and it's a massive row, by the way, it's kind of branched off into different arguments. I'll get to that later. Leo Kearse on GB News. I was listening to him this evening while I was driving my lorry, and there was something quite odd about his monologue. Remember, I've told you GB News is establishment, and this guy is no different. For some reason, he reckons Putin is woke. I mean, good Lord, if there's anyone not woke, it's Putin. The guy is like an ultra-Russian nationalist, isn't he? And nationalists aren't usually woke, unless, of course, you're a Scottish nationalist or a Welsh nationalist, but that's by the by. Putin, he's not a communist. He doesn't want another Russian Soviet Union. He wants a Russian empire. If you don't believe me, just do your own research. Again, I'm not here to tell you what to do, but how to do it. I'm just here to tell you to critical think for yourselves, for heaven's sake. Anyway, onto that England flag. And yes, that row has like boiled over into a massive row online between Tommy Robinson and others. On one side, Leilani Dowling, she was on my wall when I was in the army. She's a former Page 3 stunner and, you know, squaddies back in the day. We had posters of stunners on our barrack walls. Of course, I doubt they have that anymore because the army's gone woke, hasn't it? But on the other side, you've got people like Steve Laws, and this England flag row has boiled over into what counts as ethnic English. And, well, scientifically, English is, well, the English have their own ethnicity, believe me or not, it's true, but that's another video for another day. So anyway, the woke England team played Brazil last night now, isn't it? This video's tomorrow, but this was made last night, obviously. And they lost 1-0, ha ha ha. That's what happens when you go woke. Of course, it was all down to team tactics and skill at the end of the day, but I'm glad they lost, not because I'm Welsh, but because England represents a woke ideology, and that's all down to the FA and Gareth Southgate. Now, Gareth Southgate to me is just a gormless woke twit. He really is. The England team bend the knee for BLM, a Marxist organisation who want to defund the police, amongst other things. So by doing that, they're supporting this. So if they do this and they expect people to support them, then, you know. But the latest row is about the St. George's flag. Now, Gareth Southgate was asked about this in a press conference prior to the match, and he kind of skirted around it. He said, well, it's not high on my list of priorities. And maybe, yeah, but still, he is the manager of the national team, so he should show at least a bit of patriotism when it comes to the St. George's flag. Now, the problem with this is, it's this, basically. It's been defaced, as far as I'm concerned, and many others. And the woke left raffer reckon there's nothing wrong with it. We're crying over nothing. It's spilt milk. It's nothing to worry about. But it is, that flag represents a people and a culture. If they defaced another country's flag, say Palestine or, I don't know, Wales, there'll be a massive uproar, wouldn't there? But no, it's okay. It's open season on English heritage, culture, history, language, the people, everything. It's just open season 24/7. And even as a Welshman, I am sick of seeing it. Now, there are some lefties online. They're saying, well, we weren't crying over the 2012 depiction of the Union flag like this. Well, that was different. That was really a patriotic play on the Union flag. But this, however, this has woke ideology behind it, and that's the difference. Politics, never mind woke ideology, has no business in football. It's a sport that brings everyone together, regardless of what you are in life. You should come together, support your team, and that's it, rather than pressing an ideology, a belief onto it, and using a country's flag to do it as well. I think it's disgraceful. And so now, according to reports, because of the backlash, Nike and the FA have come together and they're going to redesign the whole kit again and take that thing off, that complete symbol of disrespect towards a people and culture and history, and rightly so. And, you know, considering people are getting upset over it, that's it, they're getting upset. There's no violence, no calls for murder, inciting harm upon anyone. People are just saying, let's boycott Nike, let's hope the England team lose, don't watch the England team, don't buy the top. Unlike what happened in Batley when a school teacher showed a drawing of a certain someone, which led to him and his whole family still living in hiding for fear of their lives right now. There's a massive difference. We don't wish harm upon the employees of Nike, the people who own Nike, or the FA. We just want them to do the right thing. And until they do that, they'll be boycotted, and rightly so. And again, I've said it before, I'll say it again. It's this sort of woke nonsense that pushes decent people into the arms of the real far-right extremist. And they are a tiny minority now, the right-wing extremists, but they're growing in numbers. And it's because of woke policies, stuff like this, an attack on our culture that pushes people towards it, and it needs to stop. That's how it happens, folks. Again, if this happened to another nation's flag or an ideology's flag, there would be uproar. But because it's the English, it's okay, isn't it? Sadly. And there we go. That's my video. Thanks for watching. I'm Paz49. And until the next time, Roger Trout.